Emma Samms is always welcomed back to Port Charles as Holly Sutton as far as General Hospital viewers are concerned. Since her debut on the show back in 1982, the actress has brought grace, charm, and beauty to her heroine/con artist character. Jay maximized the amount of time Samms was back at the show on this most recent go-round, giving her terrific material to play. First, she had an integral role in bringing down Victor Cassadine, Charles Shaughnessy, after she was reunited with her son Ethan. The show also had her map out her future, asking Anna for a job, playing out an emotional showdown with Robert, Tristan Rogers, and having a chat with Diane Miller, Carolyn Hennessy, who is poised to be the new woman in Robert's life. The ex-con artist and legal evil wasted no time in opening up a dialogue regarding Robert. Diane informed Holly it wasn't necessary for her to apologize for her kissing Robert in his office as they'd only been on one date. Holly said she and Robert had been dancing around each other for quite some time and she has feelings for him. As the dialogue/banter continued between the two women, it was clear that Holly could verbally hold her own against Diane if the two ever entered the courtroom. However, the barrister made an argument that as Robert and Holly's relationship has never truly worked out, it stands to reason that it probably never will. After the two women had had their respective says, Diane quipped to Alexis, Nancy Lee Grahn, that she may actually like Holly, who doesn't. Diane's impression of the British beauty speaks to how Samms brings an amicable quality to her role. Next, Holly dropped by another important woman in Robert's life, Anna Devane, Finola Hughes, his ex-wife and mother of his daughter Robin, Kimberly McCullough. Holly asked Anna for job so she can aid her son Ethan, James Ryan. Happily involved with Valentine, James Patrick Stewart, Anna isn't a threat to Holly or Diane when it comes to Robert. Therefore, Samms was able to play Holly as unguarded around Anna. Viewers haven't always seen Robert's two leading ladies get along as well as they did in these recent scenes. Emma Samms shined the brightest when she and Rogers gathered for a bittersweet farewell on Pier 54. Holly maintained she couldn't stay with Robert as long as Ethan was in danger, and she loved her ex-husband too much to drag him into her problems. "Letting go of you is going to be the hardest thing I've ever done," Holly regretfully said. "It's what we both need. I truly want you to be happy. I think that the best is yet to come for you." Their scenes felt like a final goodbye. We kept waiting for the couple's love song, How Do You Keep the Music Playing, to start up. However, as soap fans can attest, nothing is ever forever in daytime drama. Perhaps if and when Emma Samms, who is based in England, can spend more time in the United States, GH will pick up Robert and Holly's epic love story. Honorable mention. Now that GH is down one villain in Victor Cassadine, we are seeing Selena Wu, played by Lydia Look, emerge as an even greater threat, a woman who needs to be taken quite seriously, whether she's manipulating Gladys, Bonnie Burroughs, or offering to raid trainers, Tabiana Ali. Paternity tests, the lady mob boss effectively conveys just how lethal and dangerous she can be. Alexis Davis had no qualifications to run a newspaper on General Hospital, so it should come as no surprise that she's hired the equally unqualified Esme Prince to work there as well. But at least we know the invader offers daycare, so yay, more ace sightings. Esme is happy with her new position now, but will Alexis feel the same down the road a bit? This is such a good idea. 18% of the audience cheers. Esme, Avery Kristen Pohl, is a thorn in the side of everyone she comes into contact with, and Alexis, Nancy Lee Grahn, is the queen of the slow, exasperated burn. We anticipate a Laurel and Hardy situation, where Esme keeps screwing up, and Alexis ends every encounter with, "That's another fine mess you've gotten us into. We could all use the laughs. Oh, Alexis, honey, you are going to be so sorry." 40% predict. Esme is everything you say you despise in a woman. She uses men, she doesn't take responsibility for her own actions, and when things don't go her way, she bats her big, beautiful eyes to get out of trouble. That won't work on you, so you're just going to get more and more frustrated. Plus, what happens when Esme takes some sensitive information and uses it for her own benefit? You'll be responsible, and you don't need the liability. But it will be funny, 42% reiterate. Alexis has proven that she's not capable of an interesting romantic relationship. Her children don't listen to her. She's lost her license to practice law. Cringe comedy is all she's got left to work with, and if anyone can bring that out in her, it's Esma. Throw Ace into the mix, and this is a trio that can bring all the chuckles to Port Charles. GH Spoilers Weekly Update for May 22 to 26, 2023. Tease that the week ahead is full of a confrontation and a surprise. Tune in next week so you can catch all of the action in Port Charles. This week was a big one in Port Charles. Jocelyn Eden McCoy didn't even care that Dex Evenhofer was a mobster, which surprised him. However, the alternative was leaving her and the town for good, so he stayed put. Big surprise, Nina, Cynthia Watrous, and Carly, Laura Wright, argued again after Nina apologized. Ultimately, Carly promised not to stand in the way of Nina's relationship with Willow, Caitlin McMullen. Later, Alexis, Nancy Lee Gran, ended up helping out Esmond Avery Kristen Pohl by offering her a job as the receptionist at the Invader. Coming up, expect to see Jocelyn confront her brother Michael, Chad Duell. But we're not sure any good will come of it. Later, Joss will give Trina, Tabiana Ali, an update. Also, Curtis, Donald Turner, and Drew Cameron Matheson catch up before Curtis ends up surprising Portia, Brooke Kerr. By the end of the week, Willow's loved ones rally around her. Will they be able to make a difference for her? Be sure to check out the daily breakdown below for more on what's coming up. Nina vents her frustration. Gladys meets with Selena. Trissy dines with Chase. Jocelyn confronts Michael. Gregory matches wits. Sunny is insistent. Ned is grateful. Spencer picks a fight. Jocelyn updates Trina. Chase makes a romantic gesture. Carly encounters Olivia. Ava offers congratulations. Portia and Jordan clear the air. TJ presses Molly. Curtis and Drew catch up. Dayan warns Carly. Christina and Sam have a frank talk. Nina is determined. TJ confides in Stella. Curtis surprises Portia. Sunny shares important news. Dean and Nina clash. Anna seeks out Robert. Drew is suspicious. Ned pleads with Olivia. Willow's loved ones rally around her. Ned Quartermain is in the doghouse with his wife Olivia on General Hospital when he did absolutely nothing wrong. Nothing Ned says or does seems to do any good because Olivia always wants to see the worst in her husband. It doesn't matter how many times Ned Wally Kurth insists he is not the one who tipped off the SEC to Carly, Laura Wright, and Drew's Cameron Matheson insider trading debacle. Olivia, Lisa Locicero, insists that her husband had to have done it and is just lying. After all, sainted Carly, who actually did commit a crime, is in trouble, and that just cannot be tolerated. Olivia is willing to put her marriage on the line to defend Carly, a woman who really did buy stock with knowledge about a merger that wasn't supposed to be public, which is a crime. The audience knows that Nina is the one who had Martin Gray, Michael E. Knight, call in that tip, something Nina had every right to do, considering that Carly committed an actual crime. But if Michael and Carly suspect Ned, then it must be Ned, no questions asked. Talk about not having any faith or trust in your spouse, just to defend someone who actually did something wrong. Watching Olivia berate Ned despite how much he denies doing the deed is both ingratiating and rage-inducing, partly because this is a feature and not a bug in their relationship. It sometimes feels like Ned is always defending himself to Olivia for one thing or another, including being concerned about their son's mental health. Yes, Ned can be blamed for his one-night stand with drunk Alexis, Nancy Lee Gran, a few years ago, but he and Olivia had already been fighting, and she had taken off to fight crime with Robert Scorpio, Tristan Rogers. Ned should have had faith in his wife, but Olivia had already spent weeks berating him over being rightfully frustrated with Brooke Lynn's, Amanda Seton, laziness and entitled attitude. Ned wanted more from his adult daughter and Olivia just wanted her coddled. When Ned began noticing that young Leo Easton Rocket Sweta showed autistic tendencies, Olivia not only blew him off, but she took him to task for even suggesting such a thing about their child. She finally came around only after Leo ended up down at the docks, where he could have been in danger. Then came the start of the insider trading mess, when Ned knew that Drew and Michael, Chad Duell, wanted to shut him out of ELQ. He looked out for himself and conspired with Valentine, James Patrick Stewart, to make sure that didn't happen, which tanked the merger with Aurora, causing a greedy Carly to lose her hotel and a whole lot of money. Since Carly was the one who was hurt, Olivia was furious. Never mind that her husband was about to be on the receiving end of a dirty deal with Carly's current favorite two men. Ned had to be blamed and berated despite Carly making her own decisions. That leaves us where we are now. Olivia is siding with a guilty friend over her own husband, as she has done before. She is just continuing her pattern of believing her husband is wrong about everything and making him feel small for actions of self-preservation. Ned deserves a wife who will not only support him but appreciate and believe in him, and Olivia is just not that wife.